All right, so we gonna get into it, man. A couple things I wanted to share with y'all. Hope everybody doing good. Hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all enjoying the day. You know where I'm at in the States. It's a pretty day outside. It's a pretty day outside, man. It really is. So, with that being said, a couple things I want to share with y'all. Today, I think we're gonna talk to the ladies. We're gonna talk with the ladies. We're gonna talk to my queens. I'm gonna go on my pandering rant right now to the ladies. We're gonna talk to my beautiful, strong, intelligent, vibrant, smart, you know what I mean? Self-sufficient, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So we're gonna talk to the ladies, man. I want to share a couple nuggets or give a little advice to the ladies out there that's listening. You know what I mean? But like I say, hey, you take it or leave it. I'm gonna give a lady some game on this one. You take it or leave it. Nothing ain't free though. Nothing comes for free. Nothing is easy, right? You gotta be some level of work, I feel like. So that may be the part that, you're rocking with or you're not rocking with. But anyway, couple things I wanted to share. I was sitting up here thinking, and I was like, man, it's two types of dudes, right? So it can be a whole bunch of types of dudes or whatever. But I think this is what I'm gonna say about it, really. I'm gonna share, I feel like it's two things. I'm gonna share a couple ways that if you're a woman, you can create value. Like, because this is the shit that men really want. Type shit. Now, take my advice or not. Like I say, I really don't give a fuck. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not fucking talking to you. In terms of like, oh, this is a chick I'm talking to. Type shit. Like, so, yeah. So, whatever. But, like I say, this, in my opinion, if done by a woman type shit, I think a man looks at this and he goes to himself like, shit, nah, I fuck with shorty. You know what I mean? And I think it can make a fucking difference. A big difference. But you got to get a couple things right. I feel like, first of all, first thing you got to get right with the man is as a woman, you got to make sure you vet him. As a woman, you have to, that's the first. I don't give a fuck if y'all met. It's the first night. Y'all had sex. He had good D. You fell in love. He like you. You like me. Whatever type shit. I don't give a damn. Like, first thing first, a woman got to do has to vet that man. So in order to vet the man, in order to see a man, vet a man properly, right? And be like, and not be misled or not, like, I feel like at least one thing gotta happen. One thing gotta happen for a woman. That woman has to, you as a woman, you have to have some type of idea of what type of dude you want to deal with. Or what contributes to a man being a good man or being a decent man, right? Because like good man, decent man, it's hard out here on men. So I'ma just keep it at decent man, right? But we ain't gonna get too much in the details on that. But a decent man / good man. So with that being said, like I say, first thing you gotta do, you gotta vet him. You gotta vet this guy. Meaning you gotta find out, figure out, know, how does this guy treat people? What's his moral compass? What's his values? What's his beliefs? Right? You don't want to be fucking with nobody and you a Christian and they believe in the work of the devil or some shit. Right? Or they fucking with the king of the underworld type shit. You know what I mean? Like everything they do is conniving, sneaky, to fuck over people, so forth and so on. That's, if you want to go spiritual, that's one of them things where people say, oh, this is unequally yoked, or whatever type shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So first thing first, you want to vet him. You want to vet the guy. You need to know his values. You need to know how he treat, his family, his mama, his walk with God, all these things. This shit important because why this important? Because this gonna be predicated on how he kind of deal with you, or how he treats you, or when this is like this, how he acts with you. You know what I mean? And like I say, mons can't be perfect, right? Crody can't be perfect. Crody can't, but boys can't be perfect, right? It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be flaws, it's gonna be shit, it's gonna be trauma, it's gonna be something, somewhere where, oh, okay, nigga might have some trust issues. I know for me, I got fucking trust issues. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got some trust issues, you know what I'm saying? But if we can get past that, we might be, you know what I'm saying? We can work. You can work with me through that shit. We might have something great. We might have something good. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, I'm rambling a lot. So as a woman, like I say, you want to vet the nigga. You want to make sure, hey, man, look, that nigga moral compass gotta be solid. You know what I mean? He fucking over people and he don't give a fuck. Or, like I say, how he treat people, regular strangers on the street from day to day, all that shit. That shit matters. Core belief system and shit like that. Do we, believe in doing good with people? If you're a believer, following the word of God. I mean, if that shit matters to you, right? I think it's very, very important that a person's foundation be kind of based off, some type of spiritual, those biblical principles and shit like that. You treat people how you want to be treated, type shit like that. I think it's important for a man. I think it's important for a man to how emotional he is sometimes. I think that's one of them things that he like to get upset, and you can have these conversations. If he gonna lie about it, I mean, he gonna lie about it, I guess. But my thing is, depending on what he values, right, in a relationship, you come with the pussy and you give him some ass and he value ass. I think women themselves have to be a level of like tapped in. I wouldn't say spiritual, but I would say spiritual. But like, I think for women, you got to be a level of like, you got to be able to discern, right? Like, you got to be able to like feel that shit in your gut sometimes. And like, I'ma just say that a lot of that shit came from me reading the book of Proverbs. So I say, shit, bitch, go read the book of Proverbs. Excuse my French. I'm just saying, go read the Bible or something. Go read a couple. I can't tell you how many people I talk to, and it's like, nah, I ain't never read no book out of the Bible, bro. It's not no old ass like every book in the Bible ain't no old ass story where a fucking dude ripped the fucking jaws off a lion and a woman came in and cut the nigga hair, or a nigga lost it all, Job, and Samson type story type shit, or a nigga beat up a giant with a fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? Every book in the Bible not like that. You know what I'm saying? So the book of Proverbs, things like that. I just say just start right there. I ain't gonna go, in detail. But like that's kind of, if you read the book of Proverbs, you most definitely can kind of understand where I come from on some of my perspectives. I feel like maybe. I got a lot of podcasts that, I got podcasts when I wasn't tapped in, like talking about. So, but take that with a grain of salt. But, the eyes that can see, you see it. The ears that can hear, they hear it. All right, you get what I'm saying. So anyway, but, you gotta be able, you gotta have some type of discernment about some of that stuff, right? Because dudes do lie. I'm pretty sure niggas lie, right? I heard it all before. Dudes be lying, like why? But anyway, so yeah, so that's the thing. Dudes lie. But it's just some of the things you gotta ask questions. Put the pieces together. Don't be so damn fast to get in and then shit. Now the nigga done dick you down and took you out to your favorite food place. And now you like, he got you thinking like, what I'm saying, and he done came with this whatever lie and whatever shit that he done trap you in type shit. Now it's hard for you to kind of remove yourself. You know what I mean? Now you all in love with the nigga and shit like that, right? He done told you a couple things that you want to hear. You ain't been used to hearing. Okay, so anyway. So that's the thing I would say first. As a woman, you want to vet this nigga. Vet them niggas, man. But in order to vet somebody, you got to know what the fuck it is that you're looking for. And I feel like you got to know, you really got to be in a situation, position where, oh shit. Okay. You really got to be in a situation, scenario where you can, how can we say it? Where you're able to reciprocate. And like, okay, well, I see, people ask for a lot of this shit and kind of, it's almost like, I used to hear a long time ago that was like, yeah, anybody can make $1 million, but trying to maintain that level and that lifestyle of that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to maintain those millions, that money and shit like that. Like, that's the hard part. That's where it come in at. Can you maintain it up there? So I feel like it's a lot of talk, a lot of people maybe that, they be like, okay, hey, give me a millionaire husband. Even for dudes, from the perspective of, what's equivalent to a millionaire man, right? From a guy's perspective, what's equivalent to a millionaire man? For for women type shit. Like, so as a guy wants somebody like, you would probably say drop dead beautiful. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Like that beauty is like guys are visual. Like that's at the top of the list. Like, oh man, she got to be beautiful. Some fucking eye candy. I take her outside. That shit just, everybody look like, man, like damn, look at her, man. That nigga girl, ooh, shit, she fine. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Whatever, da 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 da. This that. You know what I mean? Like so, that's like, you know, that's like equivalent to a man who got his shit together, I feel like, for a woman. Like, if you can find you a beautiful woman, like, you know, she's standing on business with that beauty, with that thing like that, you know, that, like, men like that shit. You know, men, you know, right? But said that to say, every man don't know how to manage a woman that beautiful. Right? You know, and that keep it a bean, fellas. Every nigga don't know how to manage a drop dead, beautiful, badass bitch like that. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? You can have like, because, and I done been in that boat. I'm not gonna lie. I done had a couple bad joints, and shit, you know, you get to sweating the motherfucker sometime. Now, some of the other janky shit that they was on, right? Because they were. Some of the other janky shit that they was on, put that to the side. But just off GP, it's like, man, she's beautiful. Man, you know when she going somewhere without you. Niggas is like, she sliding. What's happening, baby? Shit, you feel me? I'm looking like this. You looking like that. Shit, I'm trying to look like this to get her. You feel me? I let your boy, no fuck bullshit. Standing on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was terrible. But anyway, you know, boys gonna come out the woodworks. Boys gonna see your girl. Boys gonna see her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's pretty. She's, you know what I'm saying? She's vibrant. She's like that. So boys gonna approach. Boys gonna be on bumpers when they see her. So, you know, get back to the house. She don't let her go out for a night on the town. You get what I'm saying? Don't let her be outside. Oh, she outside tonight? Boys be sick sometimes. Like, damn, I know this bitch. Damn, bitch, you ain't come home until this. Like, bitch, it took you longer. You know, boys get to being insecure. Boys be sweating her. You know what I'm saying? That beauty shit that's a superpower. You know what I mean? And I think I got a podcast on that shit. I got an episode on that. But like I say, so, you know, as a man, you know, that's your thing. You can be like that. So as a woman, like I say, what you want to do, you want to be able to deal and be able to manage this shit, right? When you get you a good man, you get you a decent man who his values intact. You know, he honest, you know, hardworking, you know, ambitious, his values intact, like I say. Another thing about a man, you know, he understand the definition. Cause I feel like that's the thing that we don't talk about a lot. You know, cause all we hear this shit a million times a day. Like, oh, provide and protect, provide. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck does that mean? Like, right? Like, but it is that provide and protect. But like, provide and protect, when you hear that, it really kind of just do it a sense of injustice, because you'll hear provide and protect from, you know, the media, the masses, whatever, all this shit, all this podcast talk, right? You'll hear that, and it's kind of like provide and protect. So a lot of time when we hear it, it's just like, oh, in order to provide, nigga gotta have the money, nigga gotta have the funds. So really, it comes from like this one dimensional. The only way a man can provide for a woman is he gotta have X and X. He gotta have a certain amount of dollars in order to provide for her, right? You know, make sure her nails get done. Make sure she can get this. Make sure she can have this. Make sure they are good on this front. Make sure they are taken care of on this front. Make sure this is taken care of, right? A lot of that shit is monetary value, right? So and protect. I feel like the protect part is just, oh, he a man, so if somebody walk up on me and try to do this or disrespect me, my man is gonna protect me, right? That's it. That should be my next podcast episode. Provide and protect. Yeah, my definition, what I think it really means, type shit, right? So, but I think that's like at face value, boom, like that. People provide and protect. A man is supposed to provide and protect. You're not providing and protecting. Like, so that's like what they say. So protection, I most definitely can go in detail on that. But like I said, I think it's important, ladies. Ask him his definition of provide and protect. Ask him his definition of what a man is. What a man is to him. A lot of us men, we weren't taught. We grew up without fathers. A lot of women, y'all grew up without fathers. So this me as a young man, 30-something, learning the definition of this shit. So, the way I would define, like I say, as a woman, you gotta ask that. That's a good question to ask, because let me tell you why. As a woman, if you dealing with this man and he not operating out of the place where, like, it's a such thing as working together, I do believe, right? Two people working together. Y'all trying to get where y'all trying to get, accomplish what y'all want to accomplish, as a relationship, couple, whatever. But the other part of this is, if that man is not on no, like, from a responsibility standpoint, if he not kind of operating in that mind, he gotta understand and operate from that perspective of, like, this is my woman. I am responsible for her. Because if you operating with marriage in mind, I don't even give a fuck if you operating with marriage in mind. If you done took that woman, you done slept on that woman and she's trusting you with this and that, she trusting you with herself, bro. It's a level of responsibility there. For sure. Hands down. No brainer. It's a level of responsibility. So, and that's that's just on all fronts to me. I just don't give a fuck. Like, it's like, if y'all didn't fucking mark it down and y'all said, hey, look, we gonna be together. You my girlfriend, whatever, I'm your man. All right, so this your responsibility now, bro. If you feel me? So, hey, babe, did you eat today? Yeah, you do that. You do that. Hey, babe, coming from the store. Do we need something at the house? Do you need something while I'm at the store? Or whatever, right? Hey, she might need some advice trying to navigate a certain situation. Helping her, she might need a little advice on that. You help her try to navigate that situation, she might need motherfucking something done with the car. Hey, a little something with the car. There you go. Yeah. You jump in there and you take care of that. You handle that if you can, if you got the time, right? Like, we not gonna sit up and act like we ain't got other things to do between both parties, right? So yeah, sometimes baby might not be able to make the fucking lunch tonight because she stayed at work late. Okay, but like I say, that's the petty and the nitty gritty detail shit, and I'm not finna get into that. But y'all get what I mean. If you just If you a decent motherfucker, you get what I'm saying. You know, but on the flip side, as a woman, it's your responsibility to take care of that nigga too. Make sure he taken care of too. But like I say, we talk, you know, and so that's the whole point about. And I'll say one thing about protection. So the thing about protecting, I can be protecting you from danger and harm. It ain't just about another guy walking up and trying to like physically harm you or disrespect you type shit. You know, that could be, hey, that can be, I don't think you should go out, you know, this weekend. You done went out to that spot by 3-4 times this week or this month. This week is crazy, like coming from a like relationship standpoint. But like, you know, you didn't went out there the last 3-4 times this month or whatever. You done went out there and 2 of them 4 times you done went out there, buddies was shooting, boys was shooting. I think you need to chill out. Chill out for a little while. Chill out on that spot for a little while. Chill out on going out for a little while. Just hold it down. Hold it down at the fort. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking get no call that, you know what I'm saying? Now, and we can talk about it. Now, this is a level, I don't want to get into the levels of immaturity because this is just an example that I'm using. This is shit that me personally, I probably wouldn't do. I probably wouldn't deal with if motherfuckers were just, you know, doing this shit like that. But, you know, I'm saying a man gonna say, hey, baby, I don't want you going out there. There's been some shootings out there. You know, I know a couple niggas on the street side of things or whatever, right? You know, boys saying, they were telling me they kind of got, you know, it might be some beef out there with some niggas from da-da-da-da-da, you know, over some bitches and da-da-da-da-da. Don't want you to be nowhere around that shit. Now, you know, and so a woman sometimes, it's just like I say, I got a daughter. So you got to understand these type of things. And it's the same dynamic if you spiritually, if you know anything about the Bible and God and Jesus, right? Like it's that same dynamic of like, you know, you can't if you got kids, this is something that women should be able to understand really, really easy. You don't say yes to your kids on every fucking subject, on everything that they want, right? You don't just let them do everything that they want, right? Because some of that shit is bad for them. Some of that shit can hurt them or cause like some type of reaction that, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, no, little Timmy. No, Jasmine, I'm not going to let you stay up. It's a school night. I'm not going to let you stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning every day, right? Because you start to fail class, then what? There's other shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's a trigger of like, you know, certain actions that we'll take, you know, have reactions. You know, so we don't want to be in that situation. So no different the relationship that God has for his kids, right? Like, hey, you know, they might tell us why you think the commandments are there. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. You go out there and you try to steal from the grocery store, something bad gonna happen. You probably gonna go to jail, right? Cops get called on you, go to jail, now you got some type of record. You know, sleep with another man's wife. Like, you know what can happen with that type of shit. Kill somebody. You know what can happen with these type of things. You better be ready to die in some of them cases, right? It's no different. So a man, emotions, all that shit aside, and I feel like emotional intelligence is a thing too with a man. And I'll explain that maybe another time, I mean, I figure y'all know what that shit mean. So man, you know, that's that man's job. It ain't a man's job to give you what you want every day, all day, every fucking time. You know what I mean? It's not a man's fucking job. We'd be terrible as men if we and that's what you see a lot of these days, probably with the ladies. You know, they just kind of ain't got no guidance out here. They kind of just going crazy. They do what they want to do, and shit. You know, we'll see at the end of the day. You know, if they self-destruct type shit. If some of them people self-destruct, but I'm not here to talk on that. Like I say, as a man, that's you protecting what you care about. That's you protecting your loved one. That's you protecting your wife. That's you protecting your girl. That's you protecting your kids. That's you protecting you know, your loved ones, the people who you care about. I don't want you going out there because that could cause an issue for not only you. You can end up in a fucked up situation, but then if you end up in a fucked up situation, that's gonna fuck with me. That's gonna have me in a fucked up situation. That's gonna have me feeling bad if something bad happened to you. Or, hey, let's say we trying to do this, level up right here, get this new business or whatever it is that we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got to go to jail. Let's say I got to pay $5,000 to get you out of jail. Damn, this is some of the money that we could have used for da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, if you're a woman and you got a man that's moving reckless like that, hey, you know, it might be some underlying issues there in terms of like people got vices, right? I'm familiar with vices. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all familiar with vices. I think depending on what type of woman you is, it's a learned skill, acquired skill that, and I can't tell you this part because I'm not a woman. But if I was a man, well, I am a man, right? So from a man's perspective, I think from a woman's perspective, I think you look at that situation and you like, you find a way to try to communicate that. Like, where I hear sometimes, if you make it sound like it's his, like if a woman makes it sound like it's the man's decision, like he had, that was his idea. You know what I mean? Like, I think a man is more like subject to be like, oh yeah, I fuck with that. You know, yeah. So that you right. I'm probably chill out on that shit. Going out there and spending all that money and shit, cause I really can take the money that I'm spending there and put it here and whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, I mean, but I think it's acquired. I think it's an acquired skill, and you know, to be on that wife shit, to be on that, like, to be regarded, to be crowned a wife. You know, that's a woman that niggas then basically said, hey, you know, I want to do life with. I want to trust you with my life. I want to trust you to bear my kids. I want to trust you, you know, all my days going forward type shit. Like, you know, I want to do this with you. I want to get through this with you. I want to experience the latter years with you. I want to experience the end days with you. That's crazy. That's a big decision. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of shit getting thrown into that shit now. So it's a lot of like detailed ass little deviant ass conversations, pointless conversations at some time, getting thrown in the middle of that, you know, at this point in time. So I feel like, as a woman, I feel like there's all the more reason for y'all as a woman, you know, and I'm not saying this shit is easy from a woman's perspective, but I feel like it's more like you see this shit. If I'm a woman and I really wanted a man out here type shit, you know, and, you know, I wanted to go in on it and really like take that chance and trust on somebody, and I was sold on like this the nigga that I feel like I want to be with, you know, like, I would double down on that nigga, and you got to be aware of that shit as a woman. Like, you got to be some type of situational awareness Like look at, like I say, we in the age of like passport bros and all this type of shit, all these podcasts where, and women are exposing themselves. Like a lot of shit is getting exposed, period, in general. So it's like I'm a smart nigga like that. I peep the game on shit like that. So, I'm seeing where this shit going. So, I'd be on some double down shit. Like, hey, I'd be on my P's and Q's. I'd most definitely be tapping into like, working on that, did that work on myself, put that work in on myself. So when I do find me a suitable, bachelor or whatever, shit, I can, I know what, I got some tricks that I got some shit in that bag that I can reach into that bag and be like, nah, nigga, I'm going to empty out the clip trying to, get this nigga on my team. And maybe nobody feels like that about somebody. Maybe, you a person that ain't never just really felt like that about nobody. But, that effort, that enthusiasm behind certain shit, that you do, that trust, that belief, that support, you know what I mean? And like I say, you gotta, that shit matters. But it's like, you gotta vet the nigga. You gotta vet him. That's the whole reason, cause a nigga who got a good heart, I feel like, and he don't have the intentions on fucking over somebody, and a nigga who want to continue to just get better at life, at parenting, at husbanding, you know what I mean? Like, financially, spiritually, niggas who want to improve like that, you don't lead them niggas. You don't lead them. You look at that, I feel like you look at their track record and you say, oh shit, well in 2015 this nigga was here, and so the nigga has made leaps and bounds. You hear this nigga life story or some shit, I feel like you don't run off on them niggas. You don't give up on them type of niggas. I believe if you gonna commit to a nigga like that, you commit, you buy in, you double down, and y'all get what y'all set out to get. Y'all get what y'all set out to accomplish between the both of y'all. That's me. That's my advice. You know what I mean? And I put that shit out there for fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how you come. That's how a motherfucker need to come over here for sure. Like I feel like, so I'm speaking, from my perspective, my experience type shit. So like I say, it's all about vetting. I guess that's like one thing. And I think the way one of the secondary things I was going to say before I wrap it up, it was, it's a couple different ways. Like I say, I didn't talk to a couple different females, right? Like, and I'm gonna just say it like this. So me, and I don't be want to get too personal, but hey, so for me, I think what I was gonna say was, you can on this hand, you got a lady who, let's say, like, I'm an ambitious guy. It's things that I want to accomplish, but financially I'm not there in order to invest in order to, kind of take full advantage and make it kind of happen. And just, this is where we at right now. Like, it's still work that needs to be done in order for me to financially be there and able to invest in some of the ideas that I have, I done had over the years and shit like that, right? Like, so it takes time. It takes time. So on one hand, hey, let's say you meet a woman who's, financially in a good spot, And, you know, it might be, that might be the case. You can, I feel like it can work like that. You can meet as a man, if you're a woman, you might meet a nigga who, you know, the nigga got the ideas and shit like that. The nigga might not have the finances. But nigga smart, nigga intelligent, and he might need a little financial assistance. That's on. It's all about creating value. I ain't telling you to blow a bag on this nigga. I ain't saying this soft guy era shit, drizzle, da 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 da. That shit is so whack. But you know, I think if a man, I'ma say it. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'ma just come out and say this shit because, like, if you a woman and you got the finances to kind of help invest in something that your man want to accomplish, if you got it, and you really, and you buy into this man, and you say, I'm fucking with you. I feel like nothing else tells and shows that man that you really fucking with him and you got his back more than whatever his number one goal is type shit. You helping him reach, you helping him achieve, you helping him acquire type shit. I'm not saying like the nigga want a fucking Xbox, go buy the nigga a fucking Xbox. I'm obviously talking about something like, you know, that will benefit, that's gonna ultimately benefit the both of y'all, or put both of y'all. And keep in mind, you done vetted this man at this point. You done vetted him. So you know that, or you have a good idea that he ain't just gonna, it's a good chance he probably ain't gonna up and leave, or just cut out on you. And look, trust me, I'm not gonna be naive to this. As a woman, something you never fucking know. You don't know sometimes. As a woman, I feel like you don't know. But, like I say, you know, if you bought in with this nigga and y'all locked in like that, feel like y'all locked in like that, I don't see no issue with that. You, whatever it is that man's working toward and trying to accomplish, I feel like you insert yourself, and that's how you add value to yourself. And it ain't got to be financial. It's not just financial, because that's the other part that I was going to get to. The shit don't have to be financial. You know, you can just serve as that, you know, that person that he run off them ideas to. That person who's resourceful, right? Hey babe, went off, did some research on this. I remember you was talking about you wanted to do something like this. So I know you was talking about getting this and da-da-da-da-da. So I looked up a couple. Hey, this spot got them in bulk. We can buy them in bulk. Whenever we get to where we can get these in bulk, do this, and then we can da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? That's just being resourceful. I think you really gotta believe in that nigga too, though. It's something that you gotta believe in. We all got something that we believe in. I think you gotta have a nigga that when he lay out his purpose, his mission, his dreams, his goals, you gotta look at that. Partially, I think it's a part of the man selling it, being able to sell it too. But at the same time, I think it's a part of like a woman having some type of, if a woman got some type of foresight on that shit, and she can kind of see like, okay, I see, because it's so much to it, man. When you get to that point of it, because I feel like some niggas can just be the talent. You know what I mean? But they might be unorganized. They might be unorganized talent. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of yin and yang. If you can be this part of it, the organized, structural part of some of this shit, and this nigga he's actually the fucking comedian that goes out like, you know, oh, you might be on the booking half, kind of serving as the manager or something in a way. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, baby, I call this place or da 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 da. Hey, I'm just throwing out examples. It's a million different scenarios, right? But I think the main thing is like, it's a number of ways to create value. So from, if you're a woman, after you vet him, after you check his moral compass, his belief systems, if they line up with you, if that's somebody who you wanted, if that person is like what your father wanted, what your mom would tell you, like, hey, look for this man, or what you view as a great man, somebody who can be a great man, somebody who can become a great man, somebody who has the tools to become, you know, that man. Because sometimes the nigga might not be all the way there. Let's not forget about that. We all a work in progress. The woman might not be, you might not be there either as a woman. But I think a key part of that is, are you willing? Is he willing? So if he over there talking that like, nah, I'm most definitely gonna be the best father, this type shit. I'm most definitely gonna be the best husband. Want to be one of the best husbands. You know, I aspire to be a great husband. I aspire to be a great man. I aspire to be, you know, walking in, you know, my greatness, my spiritual greatness, the greatest version of my financial self, you know, the healthiest version of myself. That sound like a nigga that's worth getting behind. That sound like a nigga that's worth going in on, doubling down on, investing in. Whether that be time, energy, belief in that man, supporting that man. Give that man some patience. Give that man some leeway. You know? Man's gonna have some flaws. Man's gonna have some bad days where he like, fuck, I'm upset and da-da-da, frustrated, da-da-da-da. And however he deal with it, probably. But that's on you to learn that man too, though. And keep the main thing. Because shit, look, baby, I know when I met you, you said you wanted to do this. You wanted to be that. I just want you to stay on point. Keep that man on his toes. Hey, stay on point. Stay on your mission. Because I'm fucking with that. If you start to deviate from your mission too much, I'm getting lost now. What the fuck are we doing? Where you leading me to now? You know what I mean? I bought in because I believed in you, and man, you have no idea what type of shit. If that's a sit down, and that's a real, man, a nigga could cry. I'm about to cry talking about it. Nigga could cry. A woman sitting him down on that tip. Look, I know you got this going on, but shit. Look, I know you struggle with this, but hey, I'm prepared to, you know what I mean? And it, you know, and it might be sometimes that shit I get frustrated with you behind this shit, because I ain't perfect either. But shit, if you can have that patience with me, I'm having that patience with you. And we gonna work this shit through. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That ain't easy. It ain't. Because if it was, we ought to be doing it. But that's just some nuggets that I want to share and I want to leave with y'all. And I hope y'all made it this far into the podcast. And if y'all did into the episode, I really appreciate it. And thank you for listening. And like I say, I know I ain't the most consistent podcaster, person. But you know, like I say, a lot of this shit that come out that be trending and all this type of shit, this shit ain't real life to me. It you know, it ain't. I'm more about, it's the meaningful shit, the shit that matters to me. You know what I mean? Like fucking 3, 4, 5 episodes of Kendrick versus Drake. I'm gonna be drained out for that. Man, I got other shit to worry about. So I'm not the go-to guy for consistent, non-stop R&B. I mean, entertainment type shit. Like I'm not that nigga. But you know, when I'm dry, when I do, you know, get on a podcast or episode of a podcast, I try to, you know, it's something that I feel like, you know, somebody may, in hopes that somebody will get something that's beneficial that can help them, you know, help them in life, you know. Yeah, just trying to share that perspective. So, thank y'all for listening, to the Landell's pod, and I'll get at y'all later, man. I'm finna give me some water, try to get out here and give me a haircut or something. So, spiffy up, and y'all have a good one, man. Y'all enjoy it. Y'all enjoy y'all day, and you know, hope that help. Hope that helps somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hope that helps some of the ladies out here. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Get in touch with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? If you of the club, if you like that. So, but shit, man. I'll let y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening. And I'm out. Peace.